Zel Boy Army, what is up? It's your man Zelonius with my boy Ainsley, and we're here today with a follow-up video to yesterday's 10 things not to do in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Yesterday's video was a big success compared to what the channel's been doing. We got 100 views on it so far, 15 likes, channel's growing. Really appreciate the new subscribers, people watching the videos, really means a lot. Lots more content coming your way, boys. So this video, 10 tips on things to do on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team, how to have the best year for your Ultimate Team, have a great squad. Follow these tips and it'll go a long way. Boys, if you like the video, smash the like button, comment with feedback, comment with videos you'd like to see. Subscribe to the channel please if you haven't already, there's lots of content coming your way. Really means a lot. Here we go. Okay, boys, here we are with our 10 tips and things to do FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. First one, it's a pretty obvious one. Most people will do it anyway, most people won't forget about it, but still, remind you of it. Use your coin bonuses. Use them straight away at the beginning of the year. That's the best time you can get players quickly. If you can get players in the first week before the prices start to rise, that's a really good time to get them. The coin bonuses, I can't remember how much they add up to. I'm pretty sure it's at least over 50,000 coins. It's a lot of coins early on. I'm starting a Road to Glory account, so for me, I'll make a big difference having those coin bonuses. Hopefully you've all got accounts that can access all those coin bonuses. So remember, coin bonuses, get them sorted. 2. SBCs. Do your research and do the profitable ones. So in the video yesterday about 10 things not to do, I warned against doing lots of SBCs. However, there's definite money to be made in the SBCs. Some of them are just profitable anyway. Some of them might cost 6 grand to get 15 grand worth of packs, which are very likely, almost certain, to get more money back from the packs on average, with the chance of getting lots more money. SBCs as well, the marquee matchups. If you're clever and do your research, look at the fixtures coming up, go to websites like Reddit, follow people on Twitter who would be experts at the trading game, you can probably just get a good idea anyway of how you can make money on these SBCs. These are consistently great ways to make money on the game. Highly recommend them, but don't just throw your money away. Make sure you're properly doing your research. Doing that with the SBCs, lots of money can be made. You don't even have to be great at the game to get a great team that way. 3. Learn in defeat. So, yesterday I had quite a few people debating with me about the rage quit thing, saying what's the problem with rage quitting. They think rage quit if you're losing, you're not having fun, it's not gonna matter. 1, I said you lose a lot of coins in the long term if you keep rage quitting. But 2, probably more importantly, when you rage quit, you lose the opportunity to learn. If you can take the mature attitude in FIFA, a lot of us seem to avoid, of learning when you're losing, you will become so much better at this game. Conor McGregor, one of his quotes I like, he said, I never lose. He said, I either win or I learn. So when you lose against someone, you can learn from it. But if you just rage quit and get angry at it, you'll never improve at the game. And ultimately, everyone who's complaining, saying it's not fun losing, if they start to try to learn better, they'll lose less and have more fun. So you can't really lose in that sense. So boys, when you're in a game that you're getting battered, have a look back at the goals afterwards, see how you conceded. Have a look, see you conceding the same types of goals constantly. If you learn in your defeats, you'll become a far better Ultimate Team player and enjoy the game more. 4. Sell your players at peak price. I get this comes with a disclaimer that, okay, how do I know when the peak price is? Sometimes you'll just get unlucky. One of the ones that really hurt me last year was I sold in-form Toby Alderweireld for 100 grand about midnight. The next morning, I think it was the Hazard squad builder for Player of the Month in Belgium informs. Alderweireld went from 100 grand to 300 grand in 12 hours. I lost a lot of money. That was just unlucky then. But one where it wasn't unlucky and it was stupid of me was I bought 4 or 5 Christian Benteke informs when I thought he was going to get Player of the Month. Son ended up getting it for the second time. I bought the Bentekes for about 40-50 grand. There was one point when I could have sold all of them for 120 grand each. So that would have been 350 grand profit, which would have been amazing. He didn't get player of the month because I held on, I got greedy thinking I might get more. He sold for 30 grand each, and I lost the potential of about 450 grand just because I didn't sell at the peak. Yes, if you're greedy, you might get a bit more money in the long run, but it's always safer to make sure you sell at the absolute peak. Selling at the peak, or what seems like a peak, is not risky, and you'll make a lot of money. It's just a safer investment method. 5. Check out tutorials. Learn what's OP on the game. Last year I didn't even know about the driven shot till December, and when I got it, it made me even better. If you go on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, these type of places, people will be posting constantly about what's OP at the game. Watch Twitch streams. Try to look at people who are better at the game than you and see what they're doing. It's the best way to improve. And when you play against someone who's clearly better than you, don't look at it as, oh, I'm just going to get smashed here. Try to look at what they're doing. Learn how they're playing. See how you can improve. I'm going to be posting weekly tutorials on this channel called Tuesday Tutorials. I'm going to try to give you a variety of ways that you can improve at the game. Comment, please, with the type of tutorials you'd like to see. I'd love to help you guys improve. Last year I was top 100 elite player, so I think I'm in a pretty good place to be able to help people improve at the game. The OP things on FIFA generally, the way it works is you're naturally pretty good at the game, and then you just learn what works and you abuse the mechanics and get really good at it. Last year was the driven shot, drilling the ball across the box. Every year there's something different. There'll be something new that people will figure out in the first month or so in this game. Don't fall behind, learn what it is, and you'll be better at the game. 6. This one seems somewhat counterproductive to number 5, but I think it's a very important point. Find a style that suits you. Not every one of us is gorilla. Not every one of us is #Taz. We can't all play a super high pressure game, win the ball back in the opposition's half and score every time we get the ball. We can't, all of us, every time we get it, play ultra defensive, time waste, but in a clever way. Ronaldo's 95 jumping on this year's game. Wow. We can't play like a pro. Not many of us are even close to pros, never mind can play like it. I see so many people just copying pros' custom tactics, trying to copy their play style. And yes, you may get some success doing it, but if you're copying their custom tactic that suits their gameplay, and you're not close to them or can't play like them, it's just not going to work. Find out the type of players that suit you, the style that suits you, and get better at it. For me, I'm not at a pro level, but I've beat quite a lot of them, and I can compete against them when I play against them. I'm brilliant at long shots. It's one of my best attributes. I'm probably one of the best players in the world at long shooting. Anyone who watches my Twitch streams will know that. Not saying I'm as good as the pros all around. I'd be a fair way off them. But when I play against them, they never do long shots, so they don't expect to have long shots against them. And quite often I'll score 1 or 2 a game against them from outside the box because they're not expecting it. So I play to my style and it gives me wins against them. So learn what your style is. Don't just copy what people are saying the pros do. It's probably going to be counter-effective for you. Number 7. Make sure your team's well balanced. I did a video last week about this. You can go back and have a look at it. It's really important when you're building your team not to just have all high-low work rate type players. Don't just have all midgets. Don't just have only pace. This year, target men seem to be back and strength seems to be quite important. Have one player that you can knock the ball up, who can hold it up, who can win the headers for you. Have some pace. You can't get away with no pace at all. Pace is always an amazing outlet to have in football. But just have people who can pass the ball around. I've noticed on the demo that vision seems quite an important stat, that players with worse vision aren't playing the through balls as good anymore. Foot could be completely different, and I may change this view in a week based on the gameplay. But I really recommend that you have at least one player who can knock the ball up to, who's going to be good in the air, one pacey outlet, and one thing I'd say, make sure your midfield is well balanced. Have a playmaker, have a physical brute in there, mix the work rates up, make sure you're not just all defensive work rates or not all attacking work rates. A well balanced team can take you a long way in Ultimate Team. 8. Pace your weekend league games out, boys. I've played 40 games in a day and it's cocked me up. It's so hard to consistently play at your best for a 12-hour period. It's nigh impossible. Yes, you might be on a roll and think, oh, one more game. But when that one more game ends up being 30 games in a row, you're most likely going to start to drop games that you shouldn't. Try play your games at intervals. I get sometimes you might only have one day to play them. If that's it, you got to do what you got to do. But if you've got the 3 days to play it, try play maybe 15 one day, 15 another, 10 another. You need to pace them out. If you don't, you're going to burn out and drop a lot of games, and you're going to feel annoyed at yourself because you'll let yourself down and not achieve what you could have. Number 9, if you're going to spend FIFA points, my recommendation is spend them early. Early on in the game, loads of players are worth a lot of money. Benteke will be worth like at least 10 grand probably on the first week or two. Come December, he might be worth 2 grand. Spend your FIFA points early when players are worth a lot more. If you know you're going to buy some and you've got the money to do it now, I'd recommend spending it now. That's when players are going to make you the most money, get you most bang for your buck. Another time that's not too bad, Black Friday. They have some of the better packs come out, ultimate packs with 30 rare players. That's not the worst time to do it either. Players are still worth quite a bit. So I'd either do Black Friday or at the start of the year. But please don't start spending your money on FIFA points come February onwards. Players aren't worth much and you very unlikely ever make much money back. 10. Have a plan for your team. I can't stress this enough. If you don't have a plan for your team, you're going to keep tossing and turning, keep changing your team up constantly. That is not the way you want to go. If you keep changing, you're going to lose a lot of coins, you're not going to end up with a team you want, and you're just going to end up feeling annoyed at yourself. If you have a plan, you don't have to be like, okay, on this day we buy this player, on this day we get this player, on this day we're just doing bronze pack. It's not like that, but just have some sort of end goal where you want for your team. Maybe you'll get there faster that way. Who knows? But boys, having a plan for your team is a solid way of making sure your ultimate team this season is more successful than ever. Boys, one last tip. Bonus one. Have fun. This is a video game. We all play it because we love football, I hope. Don't burn yourself out. Don't get too angry. Don't get too stressed at the game. I've been in that place and it leaves me feeling annoyed at myself. It's a video game, for crying out loud. Let's have some fun. Let's have a great year on Ultimate Team, boys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful. Please comment if you think there's any tips I've missed out on. Let me know feedback, what type of content you want to see going forwards. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, please. Really means a lot. Zelonius out.